Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to study a new lesson, lesson number 7. The heading of the lesson is Nothing You Can't Do. That means nothing is impossible, everything you can do. And it is a story of some students, and this story definitely will inspire you. Inspire your studies, inspire your works, inspire your thinking, inspire your attitude. Everything will change after studying the lesson. So every sentence, every paragraph, that will be very, very, very important to you. Very, very inspirational story, highly inspirational story. The God gives us all the powers, all the abilities, capabilities, just as a gift, a free gift. But how many students can use the God's gift in proper way? You know, some of your friends may be the handicapped, some of these are mentally retarded patients. But they are also doing the hard work. Number of such patients became the role model of the society. So, it is a very inspirational motive thing. How they will, this type of patients, attain the highest God in their lives. So one more paragraph we can study. A shiver ran through my spine as I boarded with the train to Delhi. It was a cool November evening, and I was thankful that the shawl on my shoulder would go unnoticed. Though shawl was a constant companion of mine 12 months of the year, for it helped hide the stump that was once my right hand, and it was one such train that had given me this disability. And this is the story of a disabled person. He lost his right hand by an accident. He lost his this hand, one hand, cut the hand, right hand, at a train traveling. The shiver ran through my spine as I boarded. As I boarded means one young man. I boarded means enter into the train. The shiver, the cold, that is ran through my spine, my nerves, my body. At that time, one winter season, I means this hero in this lesson. I boarded the train to Delhi. I entered into a train, that the train is going to Delhi. It was a cool November. Yes, that's why the shiver. It was a cool November evening, and I was thankful that the shawl on my shoulder would go unnoticed. And he used a shawl, a piece of cloth, to hide the stump, this cutting part, cutting end of this. His one hand was cut by an accident. And so he used a shawl to hide to cover his stump. The shawl was a constant companion of mine. Now the shawl became as a good friend to me. Wherever I go, the shawl is also come with me. What is meaning? I will take the shawl every time, always. The 12 months of the year, for it to help to hide the stump that was once my right hand, and it was one such a train that had given me this disability. And here remember that It was one such a train done. Before some years, in a train traveling generally, and he got the disability. Disability means some handicapped conditions. Okay. 3 years earlier, how many years? 3 years. At the beginning of the third millennium, I left my seat in an express train after having supper. I washed my hands at the sink next to an open compartment door. As I finished and turned, the train suddenly jerked, throwing me off balance. I was flung right out of the door. Before 3 years, the beginning of the third millennium, the millennium means 1000. Now the 2000 completed, now the already started the third millennium, 2001. That is the starting of the third millennium. Millennium means 1000 years. I left my seat after the supper, evening time after 7 o'clock, after taking my supper, food, I go to the sink for hand washing. Then if you are traveling in a train, you know it, the side of the compartment, both the side of the compartment, we can see the 2 toilets and 1 sink also, for wash basin also. Then I washed my hands at the sink, wash basin. And next side of the sink, side of the wash basin, we can see the door of the compartment. Suddenly, the train jerked means braked. Due to that shake, I lost my balance. I flung right out of the, I fell down out of that side. The door was also opened. Through the door, I fell down. I washed my hands at the sink next to one open compartment door. As I finished and turned, the train suddenly jerked, throwing me off balance. I was flung right out of the door. Okay. As I landed on my back, the carriage wheels severed my right arm above my elbow. As I landed on my lap, after fell down. As I landed on my back seat, the carriage wheels swerved my right arms. The wheels of the train that cut my right arm. This is the right arm. Cut my right arms above my elbow. Elbow means this portion is known as the elbow. The train wheels cut my right arm here, passing through this part. My hand cut into pieces. For the next couple of hours, I lay on the track. Couple of hours means 2. Next couple of hours means next 2 hours. I lay on the track. I lay on the railway track and bleeding and in extreme pain, heavy pain, until the track inspector passing by caught me. At that time, after 2 years, one track inspector, he came here and he saw that patient. He was lying on the railway track. I was taken to hospital and the railway inspector took him and he admitted me at the hospital. My severed limb was too damaged. Cut off. Severe means cut off. That limb was too damaged to be seen back. To stitch. Seen back means it is not possible to stitch again. That wound. They said I was critical, but I lived. But I lived with this disability. The stump of the hand that I hide from everyone with a shawl. And after that incident, the doctors, they removed my this part of the hand because that was not possible to join again with the body. Stitching was also very problematic, so they removed my hand. So there is a stump here, this part, the covering, the red color covering. And from that time I used a shawl, a kapla, a small piece of cloth to hide the stump, to hide the disability. Okay. Next paragraph. The compartment was almost full, but I am thankful that my seat was reserved. The compartment, it is not just a memory. Next, the compartment was almost full. Number of passengers, number of travelers. I am thankful that my seat was, I already took the reservation. I have also a reservation seat, so I have no problem. I walked nervously to my seat, gripping my suitcase in my left hand. So right hand already moved. He has no right hand. So I carried a suitcase, a bag in my left hand, and the gripping means this type of to find out my seat. I walked nervously to my seat, gripping my suitcase in my left hand. For many minutes after I had sat down, I stared at the floor, too shy to meet the eyes of my travel mates, fearful lest sometime notice my disability. So I have a fear, I have a shame in mind. Maybe other passengers they will listen or they will notice my this part. So it that created in my mind some fear, some shame. I started at the floor I tried to again hide my this cutted hand, this stump. So that's why I used the shawl. But I have also shame, or I have also fear in my mind, and what others will think about me. Okay. The cheerful, lively voice of the people around me made me realize that, unlike me, they were all young boys and girls in their early teens. I just sit in my seat, the train compartment. The cheerful means very happily, lively voices of the people around me. The people are talking talking voice. That they realize me, that understand me, unlike me, they are also young boys and girls. They are teenage means young boys and girls. Other passengers, they are sitting just near me, side seated, and they are the teenagers, very young people. They are very happy. They are talking and they are singing. There were 2 girls and 3 boys all talking. Yesterday, there were 3 totally compartment. At one side, 2 seat, 1 cabin, 1 seat, 3 patients, 3 passengers can sit. The opposite side also 1 long seat. There also 3 passengers can sit. Sitting arrangements like that. Here, there were 2 girls and 3 boys. Total number of seats 6. And besides me, they are 3 boys and 2 girls. Now total number of passengers 6. Total number of seats 6. Okay. Hi. You two are participating in the Olympics. Encountered the tender voice from my right. My right side I heard a so he said, "Hi. Are you going to participate in the Olympics?" Olympics means is a national athletic meet, sports and games for the disabled or handicapped patients. And every day it was conducted in our country. That is known as the Olympics. Olympics means a sports and games for handicapped patients. Then, and one of the other passenger, he asked to me, "Are you going to participate in the Olympics games?" "Hi, you two are participating in the Olympics." And get a tender means loving, a tender voice, a loving voice from my right, from the right side. I heard a loving voice. Or one other passenger asked me, "Are you participate the Olympics games?" "I am talking to you, sir." This time I realized that the athletic boy sitting to my right was addressing me. But I did not answer to that question. So that's why he again asked, "So I am talking to you, sir?" This time I realized that the athletic boy sitting to my right was addressing me. I also realized to my horror that the shawl I had split from my right shoulder, revealing my stump for everyone to. Tears filled my eyes. At that day, I lost my shawl from the shoulder. That was a shame to me because everyone will notice my stump, my disability, and they will watch my disability. But that's why I was very ashamed, feared, so I cried. Tears filled my eyes. "I don't understand what you mean." I managed to answer in the choking voice. "I don't understand what you mean." I asked, "I don't understand what you mean." "Munchies, don't upset him," said the girl sitting opposite me. The opposite side, another passenger, "The Munchies, don't upset him." And what was the name of this? That right side sitting passenger, Manjeet. And another patient asked to Manjeet, wanted Manjeet, "Don't upset him, don't upset him," because he is crying. Because I am crying due to my fear, due to my shame, due to my disability. I started crying. "Manjeet, starlet you, surprised you. I am sorry," she said again. "But he meant to harm, you know. He assumed you two are going to Delhi to participate in the Olympics as well as us. This is because we all are like you." Another passenger said that, "I think that you are also going to participate in the national sports and games of disabled people." That's why I asked that question to you. It is not harmful. I have no special intention to disturb you. I think that you are also going to participate in the Olympics game. I was startled once again. Startled means surprise. I was again surprised once again. I meekly raised my eyes. Meekly means quietly, slowly. Slowly I opened or raised my eyes. The girl smiled at me. She was not more than only 14 years, around 14 years old. She had the face of an angel. Her face is like an angel. I listened it. She was wearing a tracksuit. You know the sports and the games, there is a special dress for it. That is known as the tracksuit. That dress is known as a tracksuit. And for her right hand, she had a stump also. In her right hand, she had also a stump. But she was not hiding it. On the contrary, it seemed to me she was flaunting it confidently. Here, Sharath is the heroine. And he noticed that, he listened that she has also stump, but she did not cover it. She did not hide it. Everyone can see her stump. She is also a disabled girl, around 14 or 15 years of age. Then I looked at my right. The boy she called Manjeet gave me a biggest smile I had ever seen. He too wore a tracksuit. My side, who is sitting my side? Manjeet is sitting my side. And Manjeet is also wearing a tracksuit. And from the way he sat, it was obvious that he had no legs. Obvious means easy to see. Everyone can easy to see. Suddenly I noticed that he has no legs. He has no legs. But he did not hide it. He did not cover it. What is this? Here, Olympics, I managed to say. What is the Olympics means? What is the meaning of Olympics? Oh, sir, Majis. You so really don't know. Well, I am sorry. Let me introduce ourselves first. I am Manjis. You do know about the Olympics games. We will introduce it. We will say it. We will explain it. First, I introduce myself. I am Manjis. The girl sitting next to Shahida. The boy sitting at the window is Kumarasamy. Kumar is for short. We are calling him as a Kumar. Her full name is Kumarasamy. And one of the assistant's seat is Vigas. Another patient, another boy is Vigas. Now how many? Shahida, Manjis, Kumar or Kumarasamy, Vigas. And I am Angel. My name is Angel, said the girl who had the face of an angel. First I noticed one girl and her face is like an angel, and she told me, and her name is Angel. You know, Angel, Vigas, Kumarasamy, Shahida. Okay, and then Manjis also. Okay. They all said hello to me. They all said hello, sir. Hello. They all said hello to me as they were introduced. I responded meekly. Meekly means quietly, slowly. I responded to what? I am Saran. What is the name of I means here? The name is Saran. I am Saran. I said nervously, fearfully. As they nodded encouragingly, I lost my hand. I told them, I am Saran. I lost my hand. Don't worry about that, interrupted Kumar, looking towards me with his sightless eyes. What is the problem to Kumar? He has a sightless problem, eye problems. We have all lost something and yet have gained much more than we have lost. That's a very important point. That's an inspirational, motivational word. We have lost something. We have lost something, but we can gain much more. We have lost something and yet have gained much more than we have lost. Compared to our lost, we are going to gain much and much and much more. Much more. We lost something, but we will gain much more. Some more. We lost something, but we will gain some more. This is our theory. The next video, we will study what happened at the end of the story. Okay, thanks.